Game 3 coming to you live from the Panthers Ice Den, Coral Springs, Florida. The game times today have not changed, but the opponents have. So we got the makos again for this 4 o'clock game. And as always, if somebody can comment to make sure we aren't having any technical difficulties. There goes Coach, he's got his game face on. Everybody, once again, it's game 3, Hatters, Makos. You may recall our first game yesterday was against the Makos. Did not go the way we wanted. We'll get a second crack at him here. Hopefully we'll, in our third game here, have tightened up a little bit. We've got our first line of Holly, Jones, and Lewis. And makos control off of the face-off. Bringing it in on the right side. Disrupted by Jones. Up over this side to Lewis. He'll make it into the other zone. Lob into the middle, nobody connecting. And immediately cleared back to Porcello. Cross ice to Holly, a little bit too far. And here come the makos out of their zone. A little too far, back to Porcello. Passes behind the wing. Turn over to the makos. And Holly comes out with it. He'll dump it in and go back for a line change. Should be Siva, Airman, and Cobble. Airman's gonna dump for the chase. Forecheck by Siva. Kept in the zone by Nick Owen. Over to Cobble. Just the first shot of the game. Mako's goalie puts a glove on it. Holds on to it for a stoppage. Off the face-off. Siva ends up with it down behind the red line. In the middle to Airman. Wrist shot bobbles off the goalie's glove, but right back into his glove. Off the face-off, immediately a shot by Siva. Deflected wide. And Makos will control and come back out of their zone. Charging in a 3-on-2. Dangerous setup right in front. And we send it all the way back down, no icing. Siva tries to throw it in front. Nobody there to connect. Cobble fighting behind the net. Siva battling to keep it in, and it just rolls out of the zone. Airman throws it across to buy us a little time. Makos in, but immediately turned over. Cobble in on the left side. Gets bumped around. Possession back to the Makos. They have to pause for a second to stay onside. And we're going to have an offside on the Makos. Got our third line, Brzezinski, Popolski, and Gerstel facing off in the Makos zone. Behind the Makos net, out to the right, can't keep it in. Hatters reset, give chase. Behind the net, Popolski on the forecheck. And fielded by Porcello. Over on the other side to Miller. And another offside for the Makos. 11:32 in the game. Got about one shot for each side so far. No, we've got two. And we are tied at 0 if you're just joining us. Back to our first line. Jones, Lewis, Holly. Owen, Asher. Back on D. Asher waits for someone to pass. Gets the pass dangerously deflected on the Makos forecheck, but we regain control and we'll work it out to Jones here. Doesn't quite get out of the zone. Makos advance. Shot from the point. Bounces off one of their own players' backs. And we're going to get an attempted wraparound here. But Diller is good for the stop. And a whistle. Kalishny, Cobble, and Airman. Face off. After the Makos point, deflected off of Cobble. And Airman will finally clear it out of the zone. Cobble will come up on the left side. Got Collision, he losing the stick, picks it up. Airman on the forecheck on the far right. Gets knocked down, and I believe there's going to be a penalty on that hit against Airman. Not sure what the call will be. It did look maybe high and didn't have the stick on the ground, so it looks like Hatters might be going to the man advantage here.
Did you see what he did?
Cobble lobs one into the middle, deflects to the far side. Siva on the chase. And the Mako's going to be able to clear here, short-handed. Hatters unable to set up something here to go into the offensive zone. They're going to send it back down our way. Got the man advantage for 1 minute remaining. Siva down and around to Cobble. But again, not setting anything up. And I believe they're going to get Siva on something to do with a body check. It's hard to tell what they're calling sometimes. But it is going to be a 1.5 minute penalty. Time differential on the penalties is about 45 seconds. So that in 45 seconds they will have a man advantage for 45 seconds. But for now we'll go 4-on-4. Cobble's going to jump it out down into the offensive zone. And makos have it. They'll pass it around to bring it up. And we'll get an icing down here. Four-on-4 is going to last about 15 more seconds. makos control on the face-off, sending it back and forth behind the net. And Jones gets a turnover, sends a wrister. Looks like it went wide. And now we've got a dangerous situation with the mako here, but the defense is able to catch up. A little pushing, a little shoving. Around to the far side for the Makos point man. I believe Makos are going to be at 5-on-4 now for 20 seconds. Bringing it in on the left side. All the way down and around. And here comes Asher out of the zone with speed. Siva out of the box, back to full strength for both sides. A little back and forth, sends it down this way. And I think that was a nice one. Face off on the far end. Got Gerstel, Brzezinski, Poplowski on. Porcello's going to dump it into the zone. Bristol, all three forwards will give a chase on the forecheck. Out on the point, Asher, he's going to dump it back in. Still sitting in the middle. Poplaski gets a shot off, gets deflected up and around. Porcello keeps it alive down on the right side. Brzezinski chasing down behind the net. And that one bounces out. But we'll immediately go back in over on the right side. And they will call us an icing. Siva Airman Cobble. Face off in our zone. Goes over to Cobble. Point man with a slap shot wide. And Diller will hold on to it. Little pop fly out from the point to the goalie. Catches it easily. And we'll go for another face-off. Face-off, controlled, going over the Cobble. Dumps it in and gives chase. Down along the right side. Mako's unable to bring it in. Airman controls momentarily but loses it. And now Airman somehow gets it up again. Trying to get some breathing room here. Asher back to field it and loses it, but Owen comes in to help out. He sends it over to Cobble, who just lets it rip down. Alciva's got it. And Cappy comes around. Sends it out to the Makos point. We'll bring it in. Well, we've done a good job so far of not giving them anything easy right up the middle with the shot. Hopefully we can keep that pattern going. And I like our chances a lot better if we continue to do that. Got 5 minutes left in the first. No score. And a wrist shot easily handled by Diller. We've got our Jones, Holly, and Lewis line in. Porcello and Cappy on D. No, Porcello and Miller on D. Jones tries to throw a hit, but misses and sails into the air himself. A little bouncing around out in front, and the goalie just jumps on it. Comes Jones for a face-off. Sends it back this way. Good clearance across to Holly. Holly's going to dump it in on the left. Jones is going to chase it around down on the right. Sacrifices the body for it. And the Mako's able to clear. Porcello tries to send it up to Lewis a little far, and he's going to get icing. Third line coming in, Brzezinski, Gerstel, Popolski. And I believe off the play, Asher LaBelle got himself a cross-checking penalty away from the puck. So, we will go down a man. Makos power play with 4 minutes left. Hatter's able to clear the zone on the shorthanded. Makos immediately back in and stolen away. Got a minute left to kill on the Makos power play. Makos setting up to enter the zone. And so far, we're covering the man in the middle. The puck is sitting on top of the net for a second there, bouncing around, but it finally rolls off. It's popped up in the air in front of the net off to the side here. Again, doing a good job covering the guy in the middle. Playing the box defense. And Mako's unable to come up with a clear, hard shot there. And the power play for the Makos is down to 19 seconds. 3 minutes left in the first period. 0-0. Jones, Lewis, Cappy, and Porcello in on the short-handed squad. Out to the point, Lewis giving chase. Rister unable to get through. And gets it out of the zone. We're back to full strength. Makos dump it in, but it takes a... looks like the puck went over the wall onto our bench. Out of play. 2.5 in the first. Jones, Holly, Lewis in. And a weak shot on the ice is fielded by Dillard. Another face-off in our zone. Makos send in a low to the ground shot. Goalie deflects. Sends it around. Miller giving chase. Jones coming in to help. Sends it all the way around the other way to see if Lewis can get to it first. And Lewis is able to clear it, but doesn't have the steam to go chase it down. And Holly and Jones will enter the zone. Jones back to Holly. Holly's going to get a decent wrist shot off. Goalie deflects it. Owen going to be able to carry it out of the zone himself. Up to Holly. Holly and Jones probably need a change. They've been on for quite a while. Lewis did go off for airman. And they're going to want a whistle or a breather or a line change here, and we get a whistle. Minute left in the first. And now we've got the Collision Airman Cobble line. Got a, with speed, he comes in, he's able to evade our goalie for the first goal of the game. Makos are going to go up 1-0. Defense just got smoked on that one. Meanwhile, Airman and Gavin working on the right side to get it in. Steve up with a nasty hit, and he's going to get called. So we will finish out the period down a man, 25 seconds left. Airman takes the face off, the makos control. 20 seconds, Airman's going to be able to get it out. Maybe he'll be able to run it down here and burn out the rest of the period. Maybe we'll even get a shot. 10 seconds left. Cobble sends it in the middle. Airman gets disrupted. And the makos are going to bring it back this way. They're going to have to shoot with about 2-1. And that's it. End of the first. So we will start the second period down a man for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Periods are 15 minutes this year, parents. Or at least at this showcase they are. So Hatters will be coming down this way. Panthers controlling on the power play. point man gets off a slap shot, but there's too many bodies in the way. And they're just working it around the edge, and that's what we want them to do. We don't want them moving freely out in front of our goalie. So I'll definitely give props to our boys for adjusting in that regard so far today versus yesterday. With the exception of the D getting burned on one play last period, we're playing pretty evenly with these guys. You'll remember this opponent is the one that beat us 6 or 7-1 first game yesterday. And they get about 2 shots off there on the power play, but neither of them were very hard, and our goalie easily handles it. Gloves the second one for a stoppage of play, and we are full strength again. Well, off for the face-off, we've got possession deep in our own zone. Trying to escape here. Calizini pops one loose. Going to try to chase and see if he can't get something going here. He will. Pass to the middle. Cobble's able to get a backhander off. Goes a little wide. Calizini sends it back into the middle again. But the makos grab possession of it. We are laying down some hard hits today, but we're also paying for it with penalties. I believe we've got 3 of them so far. Makos send one shot wide, but possession going back and forth right now. Nobody's got clear possession of it. And well, now they're coming in. Oh, he's got a dangerous angle on the goalie, but the goalie's able to handle it. Same guy will send another wrister in. Good goaltending for us saves us there. We're going to get an icing. Statue of Liberty pose. Two skis and a Gerstel in on the forward line for the Hatters. I told Josh I was going to put an SKI on the end of his jersey so he could be Gerstelski. Then it could be Brzezinski, Popowski, and Gerstelski on a line together. But I haven't had time to do it. I don't have green tape either. Meanwhile, on the other end, it looks like we are going to get a makos penalty, perhaps. Once again, if I understood why they're calling penalties on these hits, I'd tell you, but I really don't know. I know there's new rules about stick being on the ground and boarding and targeting, but most of these hits do not look that blatant. But they are calling them. So, Hatters will have a power play for a minute and a half with 12 left in the second. Down 1-0. Jones, Holly, and Lewis. Lewis will get a good shot off down the middle, but it's deflected wide. Holly's over there giving chase. Goes back to Lewis, and makos are going to be able to clear. LaBelle gives a dangerous hit to the back of a makos player. We're lucky he doesn't draw something there, but it almost seems like they don't call it unless there's a loud sound. And now we've got Porcello trying to drive it in on a one-man effort. Holly takes over, and he's playing footsie over here at the blue line. And they send it deep down our end for a icing. We'll get Siva, Airman, and Cobble. With Cappy and Braden on D. Airman will face off. Hopefully he'll get one right back to Siva here for a quick shot. But my hopes aren't realized. And the makos will drive down. 26 left on the Hatters power play. Siva carries it out of our zone. It loses it. Airman will give chase on a forecheck. Makos D sends it to the other side, and here comes Cobble. And out of play. Cobble chatting it up with number 68 there. Loves making friends wherever he goes. I think he's bragging about the fact that he's taller than the guy right now. I don't know. See, but now here we got somebody at the point. Oh, but they were able to dangerously intercept it, and they're going to get a breakaway shot off here. Goalie saves us. And we're back to full strength for both sides. We'll get 2 skis and a Gerstel. I'm taking ideas for maybe some line nicknames for our other 2 lines. If anybody's got some good ones. Last year, sometimes we had Nick, Siva, and Zane on. That would be the Eastern Bloc. There's a Russian, a Polish, and a Czech. But and here comes Gerstel in with speed. Tries to get it in the middle, doesn't. But Brzezinski pops it back up to Gerstel, but it's turned over. And Brzezinski's going to draw a penalty on the boarding hit. Again, if you hit them and they go into the boards hard, they're going to call it no matter how clean it is. Yeah, they actually, I think they gave Devin Diller the option to skip his turn just because he tended against the makos yesterday, just that they wanted to switch it up, but he decided he'd go ahead and take his turn, maybe get a crack at revenge against these boys. And he's doing phenomenal so far today. We got 9:33 left in the first. And we've got a man advantage for another minute and 13 seconds. Not making too much of our power plays so far. And again, I think some of that's early season, just not having our full chemistry going yet. Face off deep in the Mako zone. Nothing doing out of it. Mako's carried in our zone. And a short-handed shot is fielded by the Diller. Somebody needs to help our goalie out because he's definitely doing his part so far today. And let's see if Airman will help him out right here. Up on the right side. He's going to need some help out front. But Mako's able to clear it. McCauble's going to be offsides. They don't let us get out of the zone before they call it. They just immediately call it this year. We've got a 17-second man advantage left in the second period here. And we're going to have a penalty on Braden Gavin. I'm just going to call all the penalties hitting the other guy hard from now on because that's pretty much what they are. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for 5 seconds. Then the makos are going to go up on a man advantage for about 1:25. Long wrister in goes across the front of the goalie's face. And Lewis trying to carry it out of the zone but gets frustrated there, and finally it gets tipped out of the zone. Makos will have to reset. Now they're on 5-on-4 against us. Makos establishing their entry into the zone. They go in on the left side, cross through the middle, sends a low shot. Looked like it was a little bit difficult to field because it went through so many people's legs. Now here comes Jones. He might have the opportunity to pop a shot off here, and he's going to have to. Oh, he gets a little too close to the goalie before he is able to get a good stick on it, but good effort to get it in there and threaten. Short-handed down in the Mako zone for 43 more seconds. 7.5 in the period. Makos will carry it on the right side. And that's Porcello down on the end, going for the clearance, but Mako's able to keep it in. Hard slap shot off of the leg pad of Dillard. They're going to send it around. Oh, we might. But we got away with a trip there, but I think the refs only care about hard hits today. And we're going to get a deflection out of play into the Makos bench. We'll be full strength in 5 seconds. Power play is over. Gavin enters the ice. We've got 3 defensemen and 2 forwards on the ice for now. Wrist shot to the left side of our goalie is, well, it's going to be his right side. Easily deflected away. Mako's going to have a dangerous shot opportunity here, but it's deflected away. Holly's got it on the right side. He's going to take it back behind the net. He's going to set up and wait for somebody to help him. And we will carry it out of zone. Almost gets one through for the breakaway to Popowski. Christel and Popowski on the forecheck. Holly in on it too. And here's Popowski. He's going to get a shot off. Wasn't able to get too much on it, but At least we put it on net. So we're going to have Steve Cobble airman. Cobble brings it in and passes it across to Kalishny. Kalishny trying to get it in the middle of Airman, but lots of people in the way. Airman tries to shoot a backhand, can't. Cobble will wrist one, and Kalishny almost gets one up front to pop in, but the goalie traps it. But it is one of our best chances in quite some time in this game. Period 2, 5:44 left. We got 5 on 5. 1-0 makos. Cobble able to shoot a wrister through the legs. Goalie deflects it wide. Hatters unable to keep it in. Makos make their move. And Diller traps a low shot, holds on to it for a whistle. Face off in the far zone. Mako's got it out to their point. He's going to lob in a wrister. And the goalie just says, I'll catch it and we'll try this again. Off the face off, Mako's control. Lewis is going to be able to kick it out of the zone and give chase. And we set up in our positions. Pass across. And I believe this is going to be Nick Owen is going to bring it in. Shoot a wrister over the goalie's shoulders. And Asher somehow able to keep it in, but this time it goes out. Mako send it across, and we're going to get a whistle for icing. We got 2 skis and a Gerstel coming in. One of these lines need to make some magic happen on the offensive side. You never know who it's going to be. I certainly wouldn't mind if the skis and Gerstel do it. But the face-off goes over to the Makos. We're definitely not winning in the face-off battle today. I can definitely observe that. So I'd say Mako's got control after the face-off a good 75% of the time, if not more. And they are putting our goalie to work over on the far end, but we push it out to the wall. And we're going to carry it up to the right, get it out of the zone. Brzezinski takes it into the midsection. Cappy has to go collect his stick. And a real dangerous pass makes it into the middle, but Mako's guy gets a weak backhander off. The goalie's able to handle easily. So, another line in, another line out. Unable to make much happen. Right here is where we want it. Face off on the far end. Collision knee, Airman Cobble. Sends it around. Cobble's going to be able to get it out of the zone here. He's going to bring it in. He's going to have help with Airman. Back to Cobble. Cobble's wrister gets deflected. And keeps it in again. Siva backhands it in behind the net. Airman kicking it around. And the makos are finally going to be able to deliver it out of the zone. We've got 2.5 left in the second. Siva bringing it in. Puts it in the middle, but Airman unable to put a stick on it. Cobble sneaks around, keeps it in. Siva's going to be able to get a shot off here, but he whiffs. He backhands it around, hoping one of his teammates will be able to get it. Let makos control, get it out, and they're going to dump and chase. Change up a line. And back around to Miller behind the defense. Get a funky bounce off the boards there. And Airman's able to get it. He's going to bring it in. 2-on-2. And his backhand pass attempt is an air ball. Liddell backhands one into Jones. Jones is going to be able to get a hard wrister in at an angle. Goalie's able to stop it. We've got Jones, Holly, Lewis in on the face-off here in the makos zone. And once again, makos control off the face-off. Jones gives chase. Holly gives chase. Makos cleared. Owen's going around behind the net with it. That's Nick Owen. Makos player with a little razzle-dazzle, but loses it to our goalie. Stops it for a whistle. Minute left in the second. Makos wrister off of our goalie's chest, but it's loose in front of him, and he's finally able to pin it down. The goalie takes exception to something we did on that play. I don't know if it was giving him so many chances to poke around at it right in front of our goalie or what it was. Coach not happy. Defense sends it around. Jones loses it, and makos are going to be offside. Holly, Jones, Lewis on the forward. Cappy, James on D. Not James, sorry, Gavin. Got the goalie helping us keep, or the ref helping us keep it in the zone over here on the right side. And it goes clear, and we're going to get an offside. "17 seconds left in the second period. Face-off is won by the Hatters. Holly brings it in. And we're going to get a chance for a shot here, I believe, over to the point, back over to the middle. Lewis, going to be able to get a wrister off here. But the goalie's able to handle it, and the whistle ends the period. Well, we're in a better position than we were going into the third last time with these guys. At a score of 1-0. We were down about 4 or 5 to 1 at this point at the end of the second, which is when we really fell apart yesterday against them. And I think you can already see several improvements from getting a few games under their belt. And you could probably also see several opportunities of things to improve on. So here we go in the third. I think I'm going to change positions so we could be in the scoring end for the third.
Mike said he didn't see me yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh, behind you.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. These fans want to go. All right, we're going to start the third.
Face off at the blue line. Kalijny, Cobble Airman. Makos win the face off, carry it into our zone. They're going to get a wrister off. On our side. We leave a guy open in the middle, and they're able to power one in from about 7 feet out. And we're going to be down 2-0. All right. Whoop. Off the face-off, Hatters control but lose it. 2 skis and a Gerstel. And the makos will take it back and control it. And Gerstel is going to be able to gather it on the forecheck here, but loses it immediately again back to the makos. Makos carrying it out with speed. Put back to RD. And we're caught a little bit offside. Face off. Gerstel going to bring it in. He's going outside, he's going to need some help. And we're not able to keep it in down here. D was already backing out of the zone. Polsky dumps it into the far end to give chase. Gerstel does so. Brzezinski comes in. They lose it. Miller turns it back over. And here comes Polsky by his own. He's taking on 4 guys. And they might be saying that one of them tripped or did something off of the play. So, I believe we're going to get a man advantage here with 12:51 left to go in the game. Jones back to the point, sends it back in, over across to Holly. Holly with a strong wrister off the top crossbar. You probably heard the ding. Well, he had the goalie beat, but he didn't have the net beat. And we're going to get a timeout call here. I believe Coach wants to set something up for the power play here. We're going to have a chance to get back in it. It's going to happen right about now. See if Coach gave him some nuggets of wisdom to give him a little success here. Off the face-off, we control. Holly at the point, lofts one in. And Jones is going to be able to get one in on the rebound. It's 2-1 Hatters. We got ourselves a hockey game again. That's going to be a assist Holly, goal Jones. And on the face-off again, makos control it, turn it over to us. We send it down. Jones giving chase. Defense playing back and forth. And if somebody would have gotten help from Jones right there, we would have had a good turnover and a scoring chance. Meanwhile, the makos send one in deep to our zone. Fighting for it down in the right corner there. Hatters struggling to get it out from behind her net. Finally do. Over to Holly, but the pass does not get it all the way out of the zone. We got 11:30 left in the game. And this line's been in for quite a while. This line seems to be getting some pretty long shifts, and I'm sure part of that's because they've been one of the more effective lines. But at some point in time, they will get gassed, for sure. Now Holly's trying to come up on the right side, and he might be able to burn the opponent. Instead, he tries to put on the brakes and get past them that way, but loses control. The makos send it in and go for a line change down on our end. Now we got Cobble coming up on the right side. Pass to Airman is interrupted. Another pass over and into Cobble is not going to be a nice one here. And once again, he attacks on the forecheck. Good things happen when you forecheck. Balchini with the hit. And sends it across the middle, but nobody there. Pass interrupted. Calagini coming in, loses his footing. Airman's going to get it here. Wrister doesn't make it through to the goalie. And LaBelle loses his footing. And it escapes the zone. And he throws a nasty hit. That may have been the first hit that was an obvious penalty. A little bit frustrated with himself and goes straight for the head of his opponent. It was not smart to go down a man with 10 left in the game, down a goal. So, short-handed, we survived the first assault by the makos, carried out, but now they're bringing it back in again. And they're going to have a good shot here, but too close to the goalie. Goalie's able to lean forward and pin it. Minute 6 left on the shorthand. We've got Gerstel and Plasky out there defending as forwards, and then we've got Gavin and Porcello on defense. Slap shot from the point. Goalie has clear line of visibility and stops it. Here we go up on this side. Lasky's going to be able to pull it up, dump it to the other side. Remember, we're short-handed here, so any amount of time we can keep it down here is good. Let the makos make their way into our end. Carry it down, far left side, back to the point, over to the other point, and he's going to wrist one in, but it's going to go wide. And it's going to go back out to the point again. And the other point with a wrister. And the dealer catches it easily. All right, continuing, 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Out to the point, behind the net, around to Jones. Jones isn't quite able to tap it out. And back behind our net again. Holly's fielded it. It's being challenged. Jones will be able to carry it out on this end again. And Holly might be able to make something happen here. Behind the net, Lewis in, Holly. Holly sends it all the way around. Kept it, oh, and we lost it at the point. Asher's gonna carry it in. He's gonna shoot a long wrister. Oh, he just catches it. And everybody thought the play was gonna be whistled to a stop, but the goalie decided to throw it back behind the net. Asher to Lewis to Jones. Jones bringing it in. Pass deflected back to him. Up in the middle to Holly. Oh, and Holly just a little bit wide. Hits the side net. Holly's still working on it. And he sends it out, but it goes to a makos player. And it's going to trickle out of the zone for an offside. So the Jones, Holly, Lewis forward line has definitely put up the most chances and gotten the only goal for us so far today. They do have a lot of speed on that line. Back to Siva Cobble Airman on the line. And it's sputtering down along the wall, but Hatters finally come up with it. And Nate Airman's going to have some room to bring it in here. Low wrister, goalie deflects it wide. Siva gives chase behind the net. Cobble gives chase behind the net. And Ben Miller's going to try to step up and keep it in, but we're unable to do so. Airman goes back, sends it around. Cobble flings one in from the point. And Calatini fighting for the puck down here. Cobble keeps it alive. Sends it down behind. And it's going to come back around the Cobble. All right, Ben Miller trying to set something up out of the defensive end. Up the line, it's it up. Siva pushes through on the offensive zone. Airman's behind him, Cobble's waiting, but misses the pass. But he'll send it back in. Airman, Siva chases it in the far corner. Airman in the middle, but he's got people pushing on him. Cobble, it's knocked down, he's got the puck. And finally, the Mako's cleared. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left, and an offsides. A little bit of a good offensive flurry there, but not any real good shots. but we didn't keep possession for a long time. All right, we've got 2 skis and a Gerstel in here. Sline, all 3 of them haven't been on together in a while because of shorthanded situations and whatnot. And Gerstel is able to win the face-off, carry it in himself. And he passes it over just a little bit behind Owen. That'd be able to keep it in for us. Going back around behind. And the makos are going to be able to clear. Gerstel on the forecheck, keeps it alive. A little bit of a shot by Poklaski. And now this line's getting a little pressure in, but they'll change out. 4:43 left in the period. All right, we got Jones, Lewis, and Holly in here. Back to the point, back over the other point. Asher doesn't get a good shot off on it though. Makos will send it off all the way down to the other end, but we'll pick it up before it's an icing. Asher around. Holly passes up the middle. And Lewis comes up with it. He's driving in, being challenged. Over to Jones, but they're going to pop it out. Luckily, we had 1 defender there, otherwise it would have been very dangerous. Now Holly's going to bring it in. He's going to have 3 men on him right here. He's going to dump it around. Lewis challenging on the other end, but loses it to the makos. And we've got a trip defender. Which leads to them getting a pretty good scoring attempt, but luckily our goalie's up for the task. Makos back, driving across the middle of the ice, and we pop it out of our zone. They're going to have to wait and reset. Meantime, here comes Jones. Got a little room to work. Shoots a wrister off the goalie's shin pad. Nobody up to help him. We got 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. Cappy brings it in. And loses it immediately. Got Porcello. There he comes. Gets stumped at the last second. Now we've got Siva out here. And he keeps it alive, but doesn't know where the puck went. And the makos able to pull it out. Now they're penetrating into our zone, but immediately stolen by Airman. Airman's got a little speed going. But another pass intercepted. Cobble's going to dump and chase. And Airman's going to get, oh. Airman almost picked it up and was able to go right to the goalie, but he lost it. Gavin with a slap shot goes far wide to the left. Airman got it, sends it out to Siva on the point. Low wrister, deflected wide. And down we're going to do the other way. 2 minutes left. Airman. All alone trying to penetrate. Still nobody in there to help him. And obviously no match for 5 defenders on his own. Meanwhile, LaBelle tries to carry it in over on our side. Makos are hoping to kill the last minute and a half here. Because they don't have the clear advantage over us like they did yesterday. It's a much more closer battle going on today. In fact, we got a reasonably good chance of potentially tying it up. And now we've got another timeout with 1:28 left on the clock. Hatters down 1. Let's see if we're going to have a goalie in with 1.5 minutes left. Yes, we are. We may make a run for it if we have we gain possession off of this face-off. They might decide to pull him for an extra shooter. But then again, 1.5 minutes is a fairly long time in the hockey world. We've got Jones, Lewis, Holly, Gavin, LaBelle in on the face-off. And makos win the face-off. And but Holly interrupts. Keeps it in somehow. Back around the other side. Holly challenging on the forecheck. See some sticks bending. Oh! And it almost comes loose right in front of the goalie. Now we got Holly up on this side again. He's going to shoot a wrister. Low into the left. The goalie did a good job on that. Now Asher's going to fling one in. And now Jones is going to shoot a wrister. We got the wide angle going though. And Gavin tries to slap one that's rolling idly down, but whiffs on it. A pretty good effort here with 43 seconds left. And the same line is no, we're gonna pull our goalie and have an extra attacker now. The extra attacker is gonna be Josh Christelle. So we're gonna go with the line that's got our only goal plus Josh Christelle to attempt an equalizer here. The refs will talk about how they can be the attention of the last 43 seconds of the game. Maybe they're looking at what the clock should be. And they take 2 seconds off, they add 2 seconds back. We're at 43.7. Out to Holly. Well, we've got to keep it down here now because we have an empty net. And Jones tries to bring one up, backhand one in, but there's so many bodies up front, it's going to be hard. Oh, and Christelle gets an excellent one-timer off, but the goalie's good for it. Flings one in. Oh! Ryan Lewis tries it up. 24 seconds. How about that? Well, after losing 7-1 to this team yesterday, I think we'll take a tie. Boys will definitely be feeling a lot better about themselves and their chances of success this season. They can finish out the last 24 seconds here. So they're going to leave out the guys that have made all the magic happen today. And a wrister into our goalie with 16.1 left on the clock and a stoppage. Ryan Lewis going to poke it down here, 10 seconds. Hatters control it. Send it across, but almost intercepted. Uh-oh. The makos are going to get a last chance here. I think I might have heard the bar ding as the time ran out, but it doesn't go in, so we're going to be able to hold on to that 2-2 tie. We only equalized it with a few seconds left on the clock, so I think we're going to be happy with this tie. Let's go get some fan reaction. What do you think about the tie after the 7-1 loss yesterday to the same team?
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
Phenomenal.
Yeah? Okay.
Way to come back.
Oh, come on. Come on. That's good.
What do you think about the tie, huh?
Yes, this
Not
is why
bad?
I drove 10 hours.
Okay.
So I can watch this hockey.
Yeah, okay. A mildly vigorous clap. Mildly vigorous clap there for the effort today. Yes. Okay, we're gonna talk to the dad here. That was a hell of a game for our goaltender, wasn't it?
I think he did a good
I mean,
job.
okay, are you one of those dads that could have done a little bit better?
He could have done one
Ah,
better.
that was, yeah, but he kept us in that sucker. Gave us a chance to. I think the boys will take a tie right there, huh? Were you just telling the other goalie dad that
I actually
your
was
son
telling.
did a shutout?
Did I just not say we'll
did,
keep him?
yes.
I said we will keep him.
So there's not going to be a fist fight today over whose is better.
There's a fist
Oh,
bump.
there's love here. There's
That's
love.
right. There's
See
love.
that? Hatters love, people. Hatters love. Nice. See if we can find somebody else to mess with. There's a happy mom.
Thumbs up.
Nice goal, by the way.
Why did we lose 7-1 to this team and then tie them today 2-2? What did we do different?
We played hockey.
Played real hockey. Proud of the boys today?
Absolutely.
Your boy got some
Proud of
excellent-
the boys every day, whether they score.
That's right. That's right. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, be happy for once.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. What was the difference today, Coach? Has a tie ever felt so good?
Damn good.
Or did you want the straight up victory?
The way that was going, I was good with
I mean,
happy
are
with
you
the
just
tie.
being so selfish that you want to just destroy the opponent that destroyed us yesterday?
Just wanted to hurt, right?
Just want to hurt him. Wow. Violent thoughts from Capabianco. I think we're going to end with that. We'll be back on 8:30ish tonight, folks. So go make some dinner. Have a cocktail like this guy. Maybe 4 like this guy. Who knows? 4. And enjoy. I'm going to go plug this sucker in so we get enough battery for later. I need an outro saying. Like, what does the Hockey Night in Canada guy say?
I missed the whole question. What was it?
I need an outro saying. Like, what does the Hockey Night in Canada guy say?
Oh, like an end of broadcast.
Because I feel just goofy just turning it off all of a sudden.
You're not recording it right now, are you?
Yeah, it's still going. It's still going, man.
I don't
mean,
know.
you're
You're the announcer.
You're just stuttering and fumbling all over yourself.
You're the announcer.
On YouTube. There's 870 people watching this.
So announcer, you don't have to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here's the head coach. Let's see if the head coach will tell us why we did so much better against the same team today.
Because we did the little things right, the little things that we asked the kids to do, they were doing it right today. That's the bottom
Good.
line, and they gave 100%.
Feel a little bit
effort.
better about our prospects for success
Yes,
this
I
season?
do. For sure. I do. Thanks, Jason.
Well, everybody at home, try to interpret that smile and that shirt right there. And we'll leave it at that.